Kia ora koutou.
Kia ora koutou.
It's time for another update.
Oh my goodness, yeah, here we are again, Dave.
We had a whānau hui last night here at church, and we wanted to just give you a bit of an update about what's happening in our church. A few things happening.
Yeah. So what's happening for you, Dave?
Well, Donald, I feel like you're a little bit older than I am. I wonder if we should start with you. What's happening for you?
You probably need to say it because it may not look it, but you know, I'll claim seniority here. Thank you for that, Dave. Yeah, well, what's happening for us? Good question. Probably 18 months ago, I said to the kaitiaki that I think we need to start a transition process, just because our heart definitely here, but my energy levels weren't fully there or aren't fully there. So as we come to this season now, just 2 or 3 things. We've just been up in Dannyburg in Palmerston North because my dad's been in hospital. We have Jan's mum and my mum and dad who are in their mid-80s, and at times their health isn't great. So we want to be available for them. At the other end, we have these 3 gorgeous mokopuna, another one on the way. We are very proud grandparents, and they take time. They need their grandparents, and the grandparents need them. We want to be available for our family. Alongside that, we've got an increasing role with Link NZ across the nation, and we've spent time with Fraser and other churches, as well as different things across the city with Te Raranga, which we as a church are committed to. And I say all that to say I think the church needs a greater sense of energy and singleness of focus, perhaps, for that senior role. So I say all that, the future involves Janice and myself letting go the senior pastoral role here at Northcity Church. It does not mean letting go whānau, because our natural family is here and our spiritual family is here. Your friends, and whānau has always been important to us, but that will probably outwork that maybe from February we might have 3 months off, sabbatical, that we just rest. There's a tiredness that I carry. We've had a challenging decade, earthquakes and such things. We're totally with you as a family, but we sense we need to release that senior leadership role. Sound okay?
Doesn't sound okay. It's huge, Don. It's massive, but I mean, I want to say a massive thank you, and there'll be lots of opportunities to say this as we move forward, but it's been an incredible season that you have led this church for 20 years, and we want to say a massive thank you for that. We are where we are today because of what you guys have invested in us. So,
we really appreciate that, Dave. The grandparent thing for me is important. We're natural grandparents. Can we be grandparents in the church? Grandparents do not run the show, but they're round. Nana and Granddad will be here. But what about for you, Dave? You and Claire?
Yeah, so it's been a really interesting year this year. I've reflected a bit, thinking Donald and Janice have done 20 years of this, and we've done now 9 months, but it's been a ridiculous 9 months. There's been a lot that we've been through. We were just saying, I wonder how many more videos of this we'll have to do before the end of this year. So we've done videos, we've done COVID, we've done a restructure, we've been through a lot as a church community, but personally and for us as a family, it's been a really challenging time.
Yes.
And so Claire shared some stuff last night about the challenge that this has been for her and for us together. And
that was heartfelt and beautiful and honest.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
So there's a vulnerability that we're coming, and we've kind of come to a place that is challenging. And so for us, we've decided that actually it's in our best interest for our whānau to not continue in the role that I've done this year. So I'll be back at St Margaret's College. I think they're happy to have me. No, they are. And I'm actually quite excited about getting back into the classroom, which is a real passion of mine. So looking forward to picking up where I've left off in terms of education. But also, look, one of the things I've reflected on is that actually this means it releases me to continue to be a part of this body, and to continue to feed into kaitiaki, and to play a role in terms of the leadership in this house. So it's a no to a paid role, but it's a yes to whānau. It's a yes to actually remaining a part of this space. So I think you're going to get the best out of us.
So interesting. That's the same for us. For us as well. This is yes to whānau. Yes to what God's put in our hearts. We don't need positions. I feel we've tried to work hard at that. We don't speak, minister, live out of position. We live out of what's in our hearts. And all of us will keep doing that. There is a loss for us in you not continuing next year. You've done a majestic job, Dave. It's been historical, unprecedented, all those words. But well done, Dave and Claire. You have served us so well, and for me this is actually success because it was always about discerning. What's God saying? What's he doing? And if not you to be that lead pastor, there's somebody else or other people, isn't there? So what's any quick thoughts around next year? What do we do from here?
Yeah, so as a kaitiaki, we've obviously been talking about this, but look, we haven't actually come to a massive plan that's going to shape Northcity moving forward. We've just started a conversation, and we invite everyone to be a part of that conversation. The reality is we will need to appoint someone to pick up a kind of lead pastor role that will pick up some of the stuff that I've been doing operationally, some of the stuff that Donald's been doing, and carry things forward. But look, our kaitiaki is in great heart, and we are working well together, and we're confident that as a group we can continue to lead through this transition. But also we'll be asking for some people in the body to step in and help us shape what does that role look like. And obviously advertising and looking around at who we can kind of fit into that space. But the reality is we'll need some extra people to help us out if we're not.
I felt so proud of you all last night, for those that were able to come to our meeting, where someone said to me, I think we're getting good at doing these whānau huis of having challenging conversations, but learning to trust God in uncertainty. And I know we like things sorted and certain, but I think Dominic did a great job last night of just guiding us through and pushing us into the Lord and to one another. We'd listen to one another. We'd trust God in each other and amongst us. So, confident in that. I love how we've shown this year it can work with you've led operational team. I've led the navigational strategic team in the kaitiaki, and that seems, and you've been part of kaitiaki, I've been part of operations team, but I think that's been a really helpful model, and so we'll continue to build around that.
And continue to build around team. I think that's really the heart of what we've worked at. And it's been really successful. So,
talking about team, we had operations. You led the operational team meeting. Coincidentally, yesterday morning, there was 3 new people around the table, and I know there's always loss in change, but there was 3 people there that are bringing who they are to the table. Do you want to tell us who they are and what they're doing, Dave?
Yeah, I'll just check how much time we've got left because my phone's on. Awesome, we've got about a minute. So there are 3 new people that we have appointed and really excited to have on our staff team. So we have EJ, and many of you will be aware she's picked up the communications director role, and she is going to be phenomenal there. So really excited about that. We've also got Sammy, who has picked up in the interim the kids role. So she's seeing it as a kind of a temporary space, but she will be shaping kids ministry for the next few months. And then we've also just yesterday announced that we've appointed Megan Bale to be our pastoral coordinator. So these roles are really going to help shape what we do.
Yeah, that's cool. Really, really exciting. In any change, there's always loss, real, perceived, but there's loss, there's change, there's transition, but there's opportunity to trust the Lord. So we invite you on this journey, and this waka of learning to trust the Lord. So any final thoughts before you pray and close, Dave?
Yeah, we've got 10 seconds.
Okay. The Lord bless you, the Lord keep you, the Lord make his face shine upon you. In the name of Ihu Karaite. Amen.
Give you peace.